So is it fish or is it art?
It's art. It's not fish. It's art.
It's a nice, moderate summer day here in San Sebastian. In fact, the temperature is right around 73, 74, and at first we were going to sit outside and eat, but Young thought the restaurant in here is so beautiful, she had to shoot us in here. So we're going to try it here. We're at Recondo. Recondo is a well-known, well-liked restaurant here, and the food here looks really good. The restaurant is really beautiful. We're looking forward to having a nice lunch on our second to last day. For starters, she's going to have the sopa de pescado.
Yes.
I will have the salmorejo.
Yes.
For the main course, she'll have the grilled sole.
Yes.
I will have the cochinillo.
Okay.
And
Drink?
she wants a glass of chacoli.
A glass of chocolate? Yes.
Yeah, and I will stick with water. And also, I think we should pre-order our dessert since I want to try the manzana.
Okay.
Yeah. Young is starting with a glass of chacoli. That's a typical wine from the Basque area. It's made around here. It's slightly sweet. It's a white wine, served very cold. And it goes really well with fish, which she's getting a lot of fish today. Nice, warm, homemade bread here. When I was in school in Spain 40 years ago, I used to try, at lunchtime they would serve us bread, or breakfast, they would serve us bread just like this with orange marmalade. It was great breakfast. As an aperitif, they brought us two different kinds of croquettes. These are meat, these are potatoes. I will start with the meat. It's very light and savory. It has a lot of potato in it, but it has a slight flavor of meat to it. This one is going to be a pure potato. Very smooth and creamy. Now, sometimes when we're going out for a drink, maybe we're going to go to flamenco later in the evening, we'll stop at a bar, we'll get a caña, which is a small glass of beer, and they'll serve us croquetas, or we'll order croquetas, which is what we just had. Now, Spanish croquettes are generally, if they have meat and mushroom often, or they'll have meat, they usually have a bechamel sauce around them, maybe some potatoes. The potato croquetas are usually just a smooth mashed potato with cream in them, and they're always really tasty, and they're a very decadent kind of thing. They're crunchy on the outside, they're soft on the inside, they're a wonderful flavor. It's certainly something good to try. As I mentioned, I ordered the salmorejo. That's more a specialty of the Andalusia area. Remember, I had gazpacho in Madrid. This is more the southern version. Young's getting the fish soup, sopa de pescado. Has some shellfish in it, as well as just a puree of fish. I know Young's gonna love this because she loves fish. The salmorejo differs from gazpacho in that it's thicker. You see how it's more orange and how thick it is? But they do give you a straw to suck them up, bro. That's rich. That's almost like a tomato-flavored mayonnaise. That's how thick it is. It's delicious. It's got all these lovely flowers and various greeneries on it. Young can have her fish all she wants. I want my salmorejo.
Oh, smells wonderful. Smells really good. And look at the giant clam. Wow. Huh. Wow.
Is there a lot of garlic in it?
So good. It's not a lot of garlic. I prefer this over chicken soup. Wow. I might finish the whole thing. It's so good. Wow. And look at the color. Oh, there is a little tiny shrimp here. It's swimming in the soup. Little tiny shrimp. I am so happy to have this soup. Since I got to the Spain, I've been trying to get soup, any kind of soup in Spain, but I couldn't find any. Almost didn't order this. But this is, beyond my expectation.
While Young is enjoying her fish, I am enjoying my salmorejo. The salmorejo is much like a gazpacho, but it's much thicker, it's much richer. Often you will see it come in a little bowl with dipping crackers or chips on the side, and they'll dip it because it's thick like this, where it just flows. They give you a straw to suck it up if you want, but I tried. It's too thick. My lungs would turn inside out if I tried.
So I just wanted to tell you that it was really hard for me to let the rest of the fish stew go. That was the best thing I had in Sebastian for this trip. It was so delicious. Shredded, I'm not sure they by hand or machine. It doesn't look like a machine because you can still chew the fish while you're eating it. It was just amazing. Oh my. How you say salt?
That
Oh my God, it's just so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Everything here tasty good, beautifully presented. It's amazing.
I ordered cochinillo, which is suckling pig, with a puree of dates and pineapple, and it's got a date and pineapple confit with it. Young got herself a grilled sole, and I just noticed, and I mentioned to the waitress and to Young on the break here, that we're essentially eating all the way around the country today. We started out with Young getting the Basque style fish soup, and I got the salmorejo. The Basque style fish soup is from the northern part of Spain. The salmorejo is from the southern part of Spain, Andalusia area. My cochinillo is a specialty of the Castellano area of Spain, which is the center part of Spain. Young Sol is from the Galicia area. And for dessert, I ordered an apple tart or an apple cake, which is a specialty of the Asturias or the mountainous area in the center of Spain. So we're eating completely around the country today. Now, my cochinillo, extremely rich and fatty, tender, really good version of cochinillo here. It's different, but it's certainly as good as the stuff we had in Segovia.
Okay, so when I ordered sole, I thought I'm gonna getting fillets of sole, but ended up I got the whole fish. I just videotaped the grill in the back there, right behind me. Beautifully grilled. It's just I don't know, even breaking apart. It's so beautiful. So let's start from the top here. And the grill mark is just absolutely gorgeous. Oh man, wow. It is so soft, just cooked perfectly. I want to eat this every day, all day.
One of the things I've noticed as I've been eating this, most of the time when you get cochineal in Spain, you have to eat around the bones because they have the bones in the middle of it. Here, I think they've removed the bones from the entire thing, so you're basically getting the pork skin and the pork meat, but you don't have to chew around the bones, and I kind of like that. The sweetness of that pineapple date jam is just perfect, and it makes a great accompaniment, especially with the acidity, to the richness and savoriness of the cochineal. The cochineal was really rich. It was a little bit salty. It wasn't overly salty. It was perfect. And add to that the tanginess and sweetness of the pineapple and date cooked down into a jam, and it was a good overall combination bite. I really enjoyed it. You know, eating at this restaurant, which is not a Michelin star restaurant, shows why you don't need to go to a Michelin star restaurant in San Sebastian to get amazing food. The food here is really amazing. It's really tasty, and Young and I are both enjoying our meal immensely. This is the remains of Young's fish. She demolished that thing. She pulled the skeleton out and laid it out on her plate like a trophy.
So delicious.
And for dessert, from the lovely mountainous land of Asturias, we are getting an apple tart with, it looks like vanilla ice cream. Very nice. Little burnt on the outside, which I like. Makes for a really neat flavor. And the apples and the vanilla ice cream. That's a buttery vanilla. This is delicious. Always good. You know, this is a restaurant not really well known by the tourists, but the locals all come here, and it definitely is worth coming. So this was our last full meal in San Sebastian. We've got to pack up quickly and go. Thank you so much.
Okay?
Oh, it was wonderful. We really enjoyed it. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, we have to check out of our hotel and head to the airport so we can fly back to Madrid, so we can fly back to California. And as they say on another channel, venga, let's go.